Hello YouTube. Today, Benjamin Lowerly topped locals with what deck?
Yummy.
Yummy Pier?
Pier, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. What were your matchups?
Round one was Mir, Yummy Mir. Round two was Draco Tail Dragon Maid.
Right.
Round three was Gem Knights, and round four was Crystron Canine.
So were any of those like more difficult matchups, more harder matchups, or?
I would say they were all hard. I would say the hardest matchup though, for sure, for this deck, especially is the Canine variant of anything.
Of
but
anything?
the Canine Crystron, that deck is hard
Yeah.
to outplay, outgrind. Yeah, so.
And this was the one that you also played. This is the same deck list you played at the Lacombe Dome
Yes.
just yesterday.
Yeah. There's a couple minor changes for sure.
Yeah.
Just cutting out some of the stuff that just didn't work, but obviously worked today because, yeah.
4-0 baby.
4-0 baby.
Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to everyone at the Wizards Loft locals, especially my goat Gerald. It kind of feels like I'm sponsored by Gerald, but
yeah.
yeah, so
All right, let's get into the deck profile.
sounds good. So start with 3 Lollipo,
Yep.
3 Cookie,
Right.
3 Cupsy. Monsters are all standard. They're all really good.
Starters, extenders.
Starters, extenders.
Basically whatever you want.
Yeah, like the Yummy deck, for sure. The best part about it is how much recursion you can get, even when it feels hopeless. Like especially when you get your entire board broken or something, you always have that clap back for sure. So, and then for the spells. So this was one thing that I changed last minute that I just feel like is, yeah, it like usually most people play this at either 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
I think the logic is that you don't want to draw this card all the time,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. Like anytime this card is in my hand, all 3 of these effects can come up, and the return one from grave or field to place one is, and you'll see the next card in the deck list, but being able to place the minion is especially if it gets like outed,
Yeah, right.
it can like change the entire course of the game for sure. So, and then yeah, obviously
2 minion.
so 2 minion. I was playing one of the
1-1.
the other one. The other one is actually just dog shit. Like it literally does nothing. And if you neg one on that card, it can actually just like lose you the game.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So
Makes
yeah, so that's the Yummy engine. It's consistent, it's fun. It grinds every deck. Obviously it has its weaknesses for sure, but for me it doesn't feel like that. So
Right.
so on to the next small packaged engine.
So this is like engine.
Yeah, so we play the Sky Striker engine. A lot of people cut 1 Engage for 1 Widow Anchor.
Fair.
The problem is I just feel like the recursion of Hornet Drones. This card never really feels like a brick to me. If you draw it and you have like another one in hand already, or if you drew 2 for turn or whatever,
Right.
you always have a discard that doesn't feel like that bad. So
It makes decision making much more
for
easier
sure.
for you, right?
And the fact that this Sky Striker engine is just full combo for Yummy, yeah, it's awesome. I would never I would always play it at this. Honestly, this feels so good that I can't cut one.
Instead of cutting an engage, would you just add a Widow
Add
Anchor?
a Widow Anchor. See, that's the problem too that I have is like,
Just helping to go second?
yeah, I might side Widow Anchor in the future. But it doesn't feel like it ever comes up enough that you really need it. So.
Right. Doesn't really need the space in the main deck, right?
No.
I see that.
And the MVP of the entire deck, Obedience Schooled.
Yep. Yeah.
This card is like however long ago this card was printed. It was printed as a custom card, and today it's probably the most broken card in this entire deck. Not once per turn. If it gets ashed or interacted with at all, because the card doesn't resolve, you're not locked into the beast. So
Yep.
you can always bait hand traps. You can just keep pushing through boards and stuff with this card. Yeah, this card's awesome.
It's crazy.
It's-
It's really
It's
good.
great. This card for sure. If anything gets hit in this engine soon, I would say this card is probably going to get hit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree for sure.
So that's and
That's
then
the-
yeah, the last card is just 1-for-1. Didn't draw it, never saw
Would
it.
you consider cutting it?
That it might be the case to say that you cut this card and play one Widow Anchor. Again, this card does on paper sound like full combo,
yeah.
but it can neg you one, especially if it gets hit.
Right.
And that's not always the greatest. So in the future, I might consider that. But yeah, never played it, never saw it today, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. The best hand trap in the game, well, the two best hand traps in the game right now,
Definitely.
and Fualos. There's not much to say. I mean, you draw one or two of any combination of this card, and either
It
your
just
opponent
auto wins you games.
yeah, your opponent plays through it, and you win, or your opponent ends on less than half board. Ash Blossom,
Of course, to out the
pretty
Melches.
much this does also feel a lot better than it did last format.
Yeah.
It feels like Ash can kind of clutch games for sure, but yeah, it's mostly here for the Mulcharmies.
Yeah.
So
And it's really good into the Draco
Yeah.
Tail matchup.
yeah, it can hit a lot of decks, especially Rogue, and that's another reason I would never cut Ash, I think.
Right.
Ghost Spell. I was playing Ghost Ogre, Ghost Spell. Ghost Ogre just felt like it didn't do enough in the right time. That this card I can't cut this card. It's good into so many of the decks now, and
Yeah.
even the decks that are starting to like slink out of the shadows and stuff. So yeah,
It's a really good
it's
card.
a good card. Second MVP, the best hand trap in my deck, or I guess
Breaker.
breaker in my deck, Forbidden
Forbidden
Droplet.
Danglet.
This card wins more games than any other card, I think, in this deck for
Yeah.
sure. So people that are cutting this for more hand traps, I mean, I understand why, but I just feel like Forbidden Droplet, you draw it and it can be like the decision maker in a lot of
Right.
matchups, especially in the matchups that this deck this naturally doesn't do well into.
Yeah.
The Canine Engine, the Crystron, Vanquish Soul, that kind of thing. So
And do you have a lot of draw power in the deck? Like, can you get generic draws?
you can. It does feel like there is a balance for sure of drawing cards, especially when you bring back the Cupsy from
Right.
any of the Synchro monsters. But it doesn't always feel like you need it in this deck. Like the consistency of this deck does seem to be, I think, exactly where it needs to be.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, like, my second question onto that
Yeah.
is the reason why you're not playing Widow Anchor is because you're just playing
Yes,
Droplet?
because I'm
so
playing
much,
3 Droplet.
So much better.
It carries the weight of what Widow Anchor would do.
Right.
Widow Anchor can't always resolve
Yeah.
either. That's so. And then just talents.
Yep.
Or talents is. I drew this card more today than I think I've ever drawn it in any other deck, and it won me 2 games.
The real reason why you're winning.
yeah. Called by.
Yeah.
Self-explanatory. Hits so many things that this deck can struggle against. So this is kind of where this is more just my brain, how it operates.
Yep.
But I played 2 Imperm, 2 Purge.
Yeah.
So the reason being is I was at 42 cards. I cut 1 and 1. I didn't really want to put the ogres back in. I left it like this. It felt good. I saw these cards when I needed to see them,
Right.
and not much else really.
What does Purge lock you out of? Fires?
Yeah. So Purge. So you always like, if you ever draw Ash, Purge, you'll always make sure you go Purge first, or Ash first. Sorry, and then Purge.
And then Purge. Yeah. Has there ever been a hand where you've purged earlier in the game, but drew Ash and just like it was just a dead card? You just didn't
No, I usually tend to like leave Purge as like the last possible, like if I know they can set up a board that I just can't break.
Right.
But I try as hard as possible to just make sure I set Purge, because it can just be such a good generic set card that but in most cases, I think you would always go through your hand traps in your hand before you Purge.
Yeah.
And then Imperm, it's hit or miss, but I just can't cut this card.
It's not the best this
It's
format, but
not.
it definitely catches people out.
No,
like,
but
by
it can.
surprise.
Yeah, and it can. The other thing that I like about Purge, or Imperm, is it outs interaction. So
Right.
it forces people to choose to whether they just sit and like leave the card on the field, have it impermed, or like do their interaction maybe and not at the most opportune times. So so that's the main deck.
You want to move on to the...
We'll do this.
Side?
Do we do side?
Side
We'll
first?
do side. So side is kind of wacky, but side 3 Lancia.
Yep.
Sided it in once.
Against?
Versus Crystron.
Yep, that makes sense.
Didn't see it. Malice is kind of gone. We don't really have anyone here that plays it anymore, I don't think.
Yeah,
And,
except for Greg, but...
Yeah, but shout out Greg too. But yeah, I don't know. This might be overkill. It's good against Crystron in certain circumstance, but if you don't see it, I mean, it is what it is. It's.
Would you consider cutting the card?
I would
for something
consider
else?
now. I think because Malice is starting to fall off, just in terms of like people's, what they're playing. Like,
Right.
it's been out for like what, a year now, almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year, somewhat. Yeah.
So it might be time to move on.
Yeah.
But for now, I think I'll keep it just in case, because Malice is really scary for this deck. But for the future, I could see me moving on to something else. We have the breakers. So we got Harpies, 2 Lightning Storm, 2 Regeki.
All right, Geki. Nice. I also cited that today, yeah.
Yeah, these cards are they're easy. They're
Yeah.
simple.
It's
you
really
have
funny
an out-
adding
yeah.
Geki off of Thrust now.
Yeah, you either have it or you don't. The answer to Regeki.
Yeah.
Lightning Storm's the same, but Lightning Storm hits a lot of stuff. Harpies, I mean, this is all kind of standard.
Yeah.
Other than Regeki, I think Regeki's just kind of gonna come back
it's a
into
silly
the
little tech.
Yeah, it's gonna come back for sure. So, and then we have tactics
Thrust.
or thrust, sorry, and barrier.
Key barrier. It hits all the decks right now.
It hurts every deck right now. And then the other thing too is thrust is always like a target into engine. It can, like,
Yep.
you can thrust into, say you get stopped on anything, thrust into engage, full combo.
Well, and like if your opponent's on Mitsu, like
Yeah.
one of our players at locals, shouts at Anakin.
Yeah,
If you get stopped on, if your whole monster lineup is gone,
yeah,
you just search Obedience School,
yeah.
bring
yeah.
everything back.
Yeah.
Still full combo.
Yeah, it's a awesome card. I've considered. I know a lot of lists play this card, like main deck this card. I've thought about it. I might test it, but for now it's just in the side. And then so Solemn Judgment.
Yep.
I sided it in once. I didn't draw it. It's Solemn Judgment's good. I don't know if I would play it. I would consider playing the next card at 3, and then maybe like another thrust or something like that. But this is my favorite card in Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's a lot of reasons for that. Deck Lockdown. This card is insane. It basically tells a lot of decks right now you just can't play the game.
Yeah.
And in this deck, if you can't get any engine and you only see like this, sometimes it can just win you the game.
Yeah.
I
'cause
sided
you
it
eventually draw into
Yeah.
it, right?
sided it twice, never saw it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I love this card. So yeah, that's the side. Onto the extra deck.
Yep.
This is like almost 100% figured out by this point. So we'll start with the yummy cards. One Lalipo, one Cookie, one Cupsy.
Yep. You only need one of each. Really.
Yep. They recur to each other. They put back for cost. So even if you get stopped, you get solemned, you can always find a way to get this back in your extra deck. And then 3 Snatchy. Again, this card is just a no-brainer. It's insane.
Well, you kind of need it to get all of them.
100%. But this card, yeah, just insane. And today especially,
Yeah.
the crackback versus Crystron, I had like very little chance. Snatchy in my whole board into Herald, which, there you go, shout out. Next card, into Herald.
Shout out Herald.
Basically, yeah, basically made it so it forced your opponent to decide, well, do I play and banish cards from my hand in my deck, or do I go battle out this card and now I can't kill this turn?
Yeah.
And then if you can do that, it's almost a guaranteed win. Because
Yeah.
if you can skip an opponent's battle phase in this deck, the OTK potential is, yeah, it's. I've never played a deck, maybe other than Tenpai, that's had this level of OTK level. So the worst card in the entire deck, I hate this card. The only reason we play it is because sometimes it matters if you want to go into Herald
Yep.
under Nib. That's the only reason that I can foresee playing this stupid card.
And if you don't open Obedience.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So we'll do the links. So SP.
Yep.
Shout out Daniel. Came in clutch. I guess I forgot it. So Inari. This card is mandatory in the Yummy Mirror.
Yeah.
Being able to reset the quick play and then just like crashing into one of their guys and then burn them can almost win you the game sometimes under time. So
And it gets rid of your light beast so that their field spell doesn't make their guys.
that's right.
Big.
Yeah. And then Kagari, obviously.
Yep.
All Mirage didn't summon it once.
would you consider cutting the Almirage for just a different Link monster, or
maybe like not today, but maybe yesterday there was a case to have like a generic Link 2 or something just to go into under Obedience School, but yeah. I don't know. It lets you normal summon if you just have nothing else in your hand. But for now, I think we'll just keep it there. Link Spider, because I'm terrified of Nibiru. Even though I have not lost to Nibiru once.
A single time.
It just, it's there. It's kind of like a comfort card for me. And then if all else fails, just Typhon. This card's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially right now. This card can out an entire Yummy deck on its own.
So out of your whole extra deck, like what you'd say, like these are the three, like
these are probably your three float cards,
like the flex spots.
I want this card to just die, but it's so necessary to come up to
a lot of the times
get into the Herald. Honestly, I've considered cutting a Herald.
Really?
Like I understand there's no recursion for Herald, but sometimes it just feels like there's that one thing, one piece missing. I don't know what I would cut it for. I haven't really done any testing. I have tested a little bit of the Siamese. I don't remember the name of that card, but it's the one that quick effect, bring back a tuner. Anyway, I would say, these ones are float for sure. They do feel good though. None of this extra deck felt bloated. It is kind of tight though, just because the Yummy takes up like 6 cards. So again,
I mean, like the Link Spider is nice if you're holding an extender and you already have everything. Like
that's right. Yeah.
Through Nibiru, like. If they don't Nibiru until end phase, you just Link Spider, bring it all back now.
That's right. Yeah. So it was fun. I love this deck. I haven't played a deck yet that plays like this, and
feels as good as it does.
Feels as good. Feels less. You don't feel as hopeless. Especially into a lot of the board breaker heavy decks, like going second decks and stuff. There's not much else to say. Yummy's awesome. 100 years of Yummy, bro.
Yep.